I sued EPA, and I'll take dead aim at the cap and trade bill. Because it's bad for West Virginia.
I wanted to play that because he's a conservative Democrat who a lot of Trump allies thought would be easy pickings to help repeal. And he said, and he's going to have to answer to voters for that he wanted to repeal and replace at least part of Obamacare.
Right.
My point is, you said earlier, look, the governor switched from Democrat to Republican. Doesn't this president have to worry more about why someone like Joe Manchin is not working with him on whether it's jobs, whether it's repealing or replacing Obamacare? What happened to the outreach to conservative Democrats?
I honestly think the person that has to worry this evening is Joe Manchin. This was a bad night for Joe Manchin.
Because the governor switched?
Yes, and
he's
you look at
cover.
Yeah, and you look at Trump support in West Virginia. You look at the fact that he's
He won by 40
incredibly
points.
right. So this was a bad night for Joe Manchin. The momentum is not going in the direction at this time for the presidents in for the Democrats in West Virginia. And just back to your point, I feel like you're, kind of taking my talking points tonight because no, it's okay. But you're right. The Democrats have become a coastal elite party, and they aren't in touch with the working American people. So until they can change that, I don't see them doing well.
Really reflect that.
Sorry.
Yeah. Appreciate you coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fox correspondent Peter Doocy was at the Trump rally tonight. He spoke to some of those voters that the pundits like to insult to give us an inside look at what really happened on the ground tonight.
And hundreds of Trump supporters in the crowd tonight were waving signs around that said, "Trump digs coal." And when the president, who campaigned on a promise to put miners back to work, reached into the crowd, held one of those signs up to show everybody, this place erupted. It was as loud as a campaign rally. Hundreds were here before lunchtime even, waiting outside in the heat. Many told me it was their first Trump rally, and they were overwhelmingly pleased with what they heard.
I thought it was wonderful. I think that this has been an opportunity that I have really learned a lot more about our president.
Oh, I enjoyed it greatly. I love where he's going with trying to get us back on the road again, supporting veterans, of course, and I was very encouraged.
I thought it was great. I thought it was really cool that governor came out, switched to Republican side. It's always good to see him hammer down immigration. Talking about the coal jobs.
Very few of tonight's attendees probably thought they'd end up applauding their Democratic governor by the end of the proceedings, but they did, because the Democratic governor, Jim Justice, announced on stage he's changing his registration to Republican tomorrow. Tonight did have the feel of a re-election event.
And we will make America great again. Thank you, West Virginia. God bless you. Thank you.
As there were banners hanging in the rafters that said "Promises Made" and "Promises Kept." The only time the crowd really fell silent was when the president was making a point about how he thinks the Russia story is bogus and jokingly asked if there were any Russians in the audience. That's when things fell to a hush, but then it was back to screaming and cheering. And one would assume that there are going to be a lot of West Virginians with very hoarse voices at work tomorrow.